Hi everybody, welcome to Cupid's Tarot. Today we will be doing the reading of What Do You Need to Release? I know, like if you watched my last video, I was saying how it's springtime, and so it's the perfect time to get your spring cleaning done, set new manifestations, I guess. I don't know how you word it. I don't really use that word too much in my daily life, but like writing down your new goals, rethinking your new year. I personally love during this time to create a summer bucket list so I can make sure that I do all the things that I know I love to do during the summertime. And I know I do that because it's easy. It's so easy to just get caught up in day-to-day life and forget to go to the park and forget to, bust out your roller skates and go get ice cream at your favorite place as often as you want, right? So, work on that. But I thought because it's springtime and we're cleaning up and we're setting ourselves on the right path for this new year, why not figure out what we need to release? So before I get into the piles, I do want to say that I am open for private readings. I do have a link down below if you would like to book a private reading with me. There's also my Instagram and my email. Pretty much all the important stuff is down in the description box below, so make sure you go check that out. And, is there anything else? I don't think so. So let's get right into this, okay? So group one will be this perfume that I have. It is Estee Lauder. It's my favorite perfume. Group two will be these pair of hair scissors. And group three will be this gold butterfly hair clip. So I'll have a picture for you to pause and look at, and I'm inserting it now. And I will see you guys at your reading. Bye. If you've chosen group one, this is your reading. You've chosen the perfume. So let's go ahead and get into this. What needs to be released, group one? For those who've chosen group one, what needs to be released? I will be using this deck, my other deck, and I'll get an oracle card for you. Just doing some shuffling. Bless me. Okay. Can I just get one card at a time? Okay. I have the Emperor. Nine of Swords. One more card, please. What is group one need to release? Eight of Cups. Okay. Huh. Interesting. And we have Eight of Coins at the bottom of the deck again. Okay. So I'm already feeling like you are somebody who pays a lot of attention to detail. right? You're somebody that's very meticulous, and you like to do things a certain way. You like things to be done a certain way. And I'm seeing here that you also seem to be somebody who tends to judge yourself very harshly, especially when things go wrong, especially when things like just don't go how they're supposed to go. You really take those failures to heart. I wouldn't call them failures, but to you they might seem like failures, right? And so you take them to heart, and you really, I would say, over criticize yourself. This is from a place of wanting to control things, right? You want to control everything. With this Emperor here, you feel safer when you can have control. Because that's why I'm looking at this Nine of Swords. I'm looking at this as like when you don't have the control that you want or seek, you might shy away from something. You might run away, or you might give up easily, or it's like you just, if you feel like it's not something where you can have the control that you want, you end up lacking confidence, right? You don't feel confident enough in your ability to get it done. Yeah, that's what I'm really seeing the most here, is like a fear of not being able to control the situation in order to get it done. I don't know if you wear perfume, but when I looking at this perfume, like I said, you're very meticulous. You pay attention to detail. So by that I mean like perfume is often the very last thing somebody, it's either the very first thing somebody applies before they get ready, or the very last thing they apply when they get ready. And so that type of person is a type to really, they don't forego the steps, right? And that's how I look at this Eight of Coins. You take the steps, you take your process very seriously. And I think you play back in your mind often the things that went wrong or just didn't go how they were supposed to go. You play them back in your head often. Already I'm seeing here that what you need to release is this fear of not, well, you need to release this desire to have control over everything, as well as release this fear of not being able to succeed unless you have control. So the Hierophant, I feel like you need to have faith in your in the process more, right? Yeah, strength here. So there are a lot of signs here coming out. Taurus could be important. Leo, Aries. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some Leo, Taurus, Aries. Three of Cups here. There's Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, especially looking at this Strength and Hierophant. I'm seeing here that you need to ask for help more. It seems like you have people in your corner that want to help you, or could be of service. Like they might not know that you need help. Or maybe it's not people in your circle, but there could be opportunities to collaborate in the future. Or I'm also hearing that some of you need to pray more, get more in touch with your spirit guides or ancestors. But there's definitely this energy here of community, right? You don't ask for help enough. You feel like you have to do everything yourself, and you take on a lot of burdens, I'm seeing. The Three of Cups also makes me think of love and family, so perhaps your family is thinking about you and wondering if you're okay, and you know, willing to help if you would just ask. Maybe you need somebody just to listen to you. Perhaps you've had, I don't really see any particular scenario popping out that's any of you are struggling with. So this is definitely super general, but I am seeing some issues with control and not speaking up when you need help. Some of you could be workaholics. Some of you could be self-isolating because you might feel overwhelmed. Some of you could be feeling overwhelmed with work. But you're being asked to really release this fear of, first of all, asking for help and not having control, okay? The Hierophant is also telling me that it's okay for you not to have control. You're not going to be able to have control over everything, but the things that you can't have control over, you have a team behind you making sure that things still work out in your highest good, right? There's a need to go with the flow. Especially, I'm looking at this Eight of Cups and how the little turtles, they kind of just bloop, bloop, bloop. And it's like a very fluid type of curving path. And it seems like, they're like following behind each other. They're just, allowing themselves to be led. I think it's coming off to me very much like 888 is very prominent here. 888. It seems like you're being asked to just allow yourself to be led at times. You don't need to be the leader. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have everything under control. And you're not going to be. And obviously, being so attached to needing control, you're creating this inner turmoil within yourself. There's a spiritual imbalance. I'm also hearing, I'm also thinking a lot about the chakras. So you might need to look into some chakra healing. I feel like this will be different for everybody. The fire energy here does make me think of either your root chakra or your sacral chakra needs to be dealt with. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I don't know how exactly to word this, because I don't usually talk about chakras, but I'm really getting this, like, you might need to tap in to healing your sacral and root chakra. And also possibly your heart chakra, because, like I said, there's this, you're not really letting people in to help you. But let's go ahead and get a advice card. What's our advice for group 1, Spirit? Oh, friendship. And another card wanted to come out, knowledge. Ooh. Okay, so I have a couple things I want to say. So first, with friendship, like I said before, you have help, right? There's help, whether it's your friends, your family, coworkers, colleagues, your ancestors, spirit guides, whatever. You need to tap into a more collaborative energy where you're sharing your struggles as well as your happiness with who you can trust, right? Not every family member or friend is somebody that needs to know all your business, but find somebody you can trust. And like I said, even if that's just praying or writing in a diary, you need to tap into this collaborative energy where you're allowing yourself to accept help, right? You need to accept help in some type of energetic sense. And that's where this friendship is coming in. You feel very alone. I'm getting this sense like you feel very alone. You feel, like I said, isolated. You feel maybe even forgotten in some sense. But that's not the case. It's more so that you've done this to yourself. It's not that people don't care about you, or that you have to do it on your own. It's more so you put yourself in this position to do everything by yourself, and now you're feeling really the weight of it. This knowledge came out, or wanted to come out, and I feel like this is really about you. I think this is more about expanding your understanding of how you get things done, right? Because obviously there's a very limited perspective here in regards to, your order of operations. You feel like in your sense of process, you feel like you have to do things this way, this way, this way, this way. But like I said, it's overwhelming you. It's causing a lot of grief. Knowledge here is saying, okay, open your mind. There are many ways to achieve any given goal. And all the information is there, but you just have to, like I said, open your mind and allow yourself to receive these new words. Receive guidance, right? You need to allow yourself to receive guidance in some way. And of course, be discerning. Not all advice is going to be worth taking. But you can't take any advice if you're not open to it, right? So that's what I have for group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope it resonated. If it did, go ahead and like the video. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, go ahead and subscribe and ring the notification bell. And like I said, I am open for private readings if you would like to. I offer a 2-question reading for $20, and I have some other readings as well. I do past life readings, and I hope to see you guys at the next video. Bye! Hi! You've chosen group 2, which is the pair of scissors. Thank you all for coming to Cupid's Tarot. We're going to go ahead and just get right into the reading, figuring out what do you need to release. Just taking a sip of my coffee. All right. Okay, 4 of Cups. Page of Coins. Eight of Swords. All right. So this is some pretty strength. Okay. So I definitely feel like you are some feisty people. You could be a Leo, or you could just have some major Leo placements. I feel like those who pick the scissors, I'm looking at this cheetah print, and of course the sharpness, these are scissors. So I feel like you could be somebody really feisty. You could be maybe a little snappy, or maybe I'm getting somebody who's very intimidating. I'm seeing here that there is a need to when I'm looking at this Four of Cups, I feel like there's a need to make a decision about something, right? Like process of elimination, I'm hearing. And so I guess that makes sense with this scissors. You need to cut something out. I'm looking at the Eight of Swords, and I feel like it's because there's something that you're in, or there's something that you're pursuing or holding on to right now that is keeping you very stuck, right? You feel there's an energy of feeling very stagnant and restrained here, right? I'm hearing cutting the cords. There could be some type of shackling involved here, especially I'm looking at this Page of Coins, and this baby has like this umbilical cord on it. So I feel like whatever situation you're in, you're not getting enough, right? You're not getting what you need. I feel like you've outgrown where you are significantly, and ultimately you're being told that it's time to look at some other options, okay? This could have to do with a person, I feel like, or a group of people. I don't really see anything that has to do with money or a home or anything like that. This seems more about your personal relations. So you could be in a relationship, some of you, where it's not going anywhere or you're no longer fulfilled. Yeah, you're no longer fulfilled in some sense, but you could be holding on to it in terms of obligation, right? With this Page of Coins, you feel obligated. Maybe you're living with your parents. I feel like some of you live at home with your parents. You're overly reliant on them at the moment financially. But with this Strength here, I feel like you are rising up to some extent, and like I'm feeling like somebody's becoming their own person. There's this rumbling like beneath the surface, like an engine going. You are ready to move. I'm feeling like that's why I feel like there's a move here. Maybe you have some roommates. Some of you, this is definitely about a living situation. Either you have roommates or parents, and it's just you feel so you've outgrown it. You've outgrown it, and it's become like, it's started to feel like this leash, right? Let's get some more cards. Four of Cups, Six of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely about a house, a home. Four of Swords. Okay. So some of you, I'm hearing a couple things. Some of you are staying with your parents and you would like to move in with some friends here with the Six of Cups. Or you're staying with friends and you want, or you're just in an unhappy roommate situation and you would like to move and live with somebody that you actually want to live with. This could be a new partner, a group of friends, something like that. And I feel like this, for some of you, this is your childhood home that you're trying to move away from. Page of Coins, clarified by the Ten of Coins. I definitely feel like either there's a lot of money involved or, interesting. It's like it's hard to leave where you are because of how stable it is, but you definitely want more, right? You're not getting as much as you need. You could be living in a cramped room. You've outgrown the room, like physically, you need to leave. Some of you are definitely living with family. Ooh. Sorry, I'm stretching my back. With this Four of Swords, though, there is this fear. Like, you're scared to tell somebody this. I feel like, yeah, some of you, you're definitely scared to let the people know that you are leaving. Or you're scared that you're not going to be able to leave, is what I'm feeling here. But I'm looking at this Ten of Pentacles and the Strength and then the Death here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I'm being told that everything's going to work out. When I see Four of Swords, I always think about fears that are more so irrational, you know? It's all in your head, right? This is the scenarios that just pop into your mind that make you kind of like pause, like, uh-oh. But they're just like these little irrational fears, intrusive thoughts, right? The Strength and Death, you are changing, you're shifting, and for the better. Getting older and growing up is what I'm really feeling. And I think that you're in this process of making this decision of where to go. I really feel like it's going to work out for you. That's what I'm seeing. So you're being asked to just release this old space. Release this old place. It's time for you to move. It's time for you to leave. We're going to get advice from my Oracle deck. One card, please. Oh, shoot. I literally just dropped my whole deck. Okay, can I just get one card, please, Spirit? Okay, here we go. Choice. Ooh. I love when everything like resonates. Ooh, and then we got farewell at the bottom. It's time for you to choose a path. It's time, and then look at these. These are all like windows and mirrors, or maybe they're just all windows. But either way, these are like portals, but they're, windows are on a building. So I feel like this is about you saying goodbye to one home or one physical place and going in a new direction and finding a new one. And don't worry, I feel like your advice is to know that it's up to you, right? There's nothing that can really keep you from doing exactly what you want. And I'm also noticing there's two people in this image. So your advice is also to accept that people go their separate ways, right? Because you have two people and you have many windows. So both of these people, they can choose two completely different paths, two completely different windows to go towards. And so if you're holding on to, whether it's family, you don't want to leave your family, or they don't want you to leave, your advice is just to accept that people they go different ways, especially with this farewell card at the bottom of the deck. You have to say goodbye to something at some point. It's inevitable, and there's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, don't let this fear of leaving something behind keep you bound, right? With this Eight of Swords. Don't let that keep you bound to them, because like I said, with this baby that on this umbilical cord over here at the Page of Coins, you're ready to grow. You're ready to expand, and you can't if you're still stuck, you know, in the womb. So that's all I have for group 2. If you enjoyed this reading and it resonated, go ahead and click that like button. Make sure to leave a comment. If you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, go ahead and subscribe and ring the notification bell. Also, I am offering private readings. I offer 2-question readings for $20. I also offer other readings as well, including past life readings. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out the description box. There will be a link to book a reading with me. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Hi, group 3. You've chosen this butterfly hair clip. This is literally my favorite hair clip. But anywho, let me go ahead and sip my coffee and I can get right into your reading. All right, group 3. We are asking, what do you need to release? Okay. We have 5 of Cups. Uh-oh. Hold on. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. What is group 3 need to release? Oh. I have a Page of Coins. The Moon. Interesting. Hermit. Okay, so this is my group that is doing a lot of thinking. I feel like I'm looking at this clip and I feel like you need to let your hair down, in a metaphorical sense or physically. You're holding on to a lot of stress. There's a lot of mental things going on here. It's like this 5 of Cups and the Moon in particular. I feel like you're going over and over and over about either how something ended or just something that was very disappointing. You're holding on to some type of disappointment here. I'm seeing the Page of Coins, and I feel like you either feel like you're not good enough, or you didn't do well enough, you didn't know enough. There's this energy here of you thinking and thinking and thinking, especially with this Hermit at the bottom of the deck, of how you can be better. How can you transform, right, with this butterfly? How can you transform? How can you be better? How can you grow? How can you evolve? And you're just going over and over and over all the things that you feel didn't work out in your favor. Sorry, I just feeling a little overwhelmed. I feel like you need to let this go, okay? I mean, with the Hermit here, I always feel like the Hermit can definitely be a good energy, especially in terms of self-reflection, but it also can be this double-edged sword where you're isolating yourself too much, or you're overthinking, you know, over all of the little details, and it makes you begin to question, you know, your worth here, right? With this Page of Coins, you begin to question what you know, and you know what's best for you, right? You're not feeling good enough, is what I'm hearing. But you want this transformation. That's why you are thinking so much. I feel like for some of you, there could have been a falling out of some sort. Some of you could have lost a job, or there was some things that were unsaid. I feel like there was a situation where you feel like if you had known something else, or if you had done something differently, things would have turned out differently. Let's get some more cards. Oh, Seven of Cups also wanted to come out. I feel like you are dealing with some type of emotional imbalance here. I'm looking at this Five of Cups, and it's clarified by Temperance and the Seven of Cups. I feel like you don't really know where to put your emotional energy, it seems like. There's a lot of confusion about what to choose and where to go. And I'm thinking it's because of this past heartbreak or past disappointment that has you really all scrambled up inside. And it's keeping you from seeing all that you really have in front of you, right? It's like you're seeing all these options, but you're not really considering them, and you're not really like giving them a chance. And this could definitely be about a relationship or relationships in general, but it's like you're really not emotionally balanced enough to fully consider these new opportunities, right? And with the Page of Coins clarified by the Knight of Cups, I feel like you felt like you didn't have enough to offer, right? Maybe you overestimated how much you had to offer. You really wanted to give more, but you're looking back and you feel like you just didn't give enough. You didn't have enough to give. This Moon clarified by the Page of Cups, I feel like this is you seeing your feelings as being either some type of hindrance or lacking in some way, right? It's like you're over analyzing what you did give in this connection with the Page of Cups, and you feel like I said, you just feel like it wasn't enough. It doesn't measure up to what you really wanted, was to be this Knight of Cups, or to have this Knight of Cups. Please, allow it to resonate as it does for you. And like I said, you're just going over and over and over. But I'm seeing here that you need to release this disappointment. Whatever this was, it didn't work out for a reason. Okay? Especially with this Death card. And group 2 had the same card. And they also had the Page of Coins. And so I would, if you felt drawn to group 2, I would go and look at group 2 as well. But whatever this was that didn't work out, it was meant to not work out for you. In fact, it did work out, right? In the way that it needed to. It ended, you're redirected, and it happened so that you could open your eyes to the aspects of yourself that do need to be changed. Like I said, with this butterfly hair clip, you're really in this process of figuring out who you are and growing up, especially in just an emotional sense. I feel like your perspective has shifted greatly. Like, I feel like there was a lot of things that were revealed to you, and that's why you're kind of stuck in this hermit energy, because you're really reflecting on all of this new information, And you're kind of put in this place where you don't really have a choice but to change, right? And with the Temperance and Seven of Cups here, I think more than anything, you're working on emotional stability, right? Just getting your emotions in check. It definitely just feels like it's all over the place, up and down, like a roller coaster. You want to give a lot, and I feel like you also want to receive a lot as well, but you could be a runner, or you could be a chaser, or you could do both, and it really has you all mixed up inside. And this Temperance, I'm really just focused on this Temperance and Seven of Cups energy, where once you're able to really get that emotional aspect of yourself healed and more balanced, I feel like only then will you be able to truly discern and appreciate these new options and like really like explore them. You're not really exploring them because you're not open enough, you're not ready enough. And you're just so uptight, right? Like if your hair is up in this clip, like, oop, open the clip, let the hair fall down. You're so you're very closed off, right? I'm feeling something that's really frigid and just tight, and you might have a lot of tension in your body at the moment just from this really like tense energy that you have, because it's like you're tensing up and isolating in order to control and balance out this emotional energy. But I feel like more than anything, you need to allow yourself to feel it, because the moon is also about things that are hidden beneath the surface, things that are kind of tucked away and held back, right? And I'm hearing that you need to release. You need to, and because that's a part of balance. Balance isn't necessarily restraining your emotions, but knowing how to just let them flow. Leave and then come back, and then they, up and down, yes, but in a more soothing way, where it's not really going to either extremes. It's always like flowing back and forth in the middle, if that makes sense. So some of you may need to write in a diary or even vent to somebody. Vent to yourself. I do that often, where I just like sit and talk to myself and just vent. But there needs to be some type of releasing of this tension and this stress, because it has you stuck in this Five of Cups energy, where you're disappointed and you're reflecting a whole lot on the things that have gone wrong. You know what I'm saying? So let's get, some of you could be Cancers. I definitely feel like there's a lot of Cancer here. Ooh, your advice, transmutation. So transmutation, that is about energy, right? Learning how to use energy and redirect it into something that is more transformative, right? Transmutation. I don't use that word often, so let me Google definition. The act of changing, or the state of being changed into another form, right? So energy changes form often. And so this is kind of going back to what I'm saying, figuring out how to channel this emotional energy that you have, because that's where this imbalance is coming from. Either you're not speaking up enough, you're not letting your emotions flow in the way that they need to flow, so that you can truly heal from this, so you can truly move on and see greener pastures and the light at the end of the tunnel. So like I said, your advice is to loosen that hair clip, let the emotions out, let yourself really feel what you feel, and find a way to just let your emotions flow in a more organic sense without, like I said, things tipping into either extreme of being overly emotional or overly closed off. You don't want to be either one of those. Just finding a balance of expression, because that's what I'm seeing here. It's like you're not really, it's very complicated. It's like you're not expressing yourself in a authentic way. You're just holding everything in and overthinking all the things that have gone wrong. In terms of your emotions, right, I think it's about love. I definitely feel like if this is about relationships, it's perfectly okay to take time to not date at all and just spend some time figuring yourself out, right? I think you need to take some time to not date and not talk to any new people. Talk to your friends and family and give yourself time before you jump back out there and start meeting new people, because like I said, you're lacking emotional balance. It's very all over the place. It's almost clingy or codependent or obsessive, I'm saying. I don't want to say obsessive because I don't see any cards here, but maybe not obsessive, but more so like romanticizing, right? With this moon and then the Page of Cups and then Knight of Cups. I really get this energy of somebody who daydreams a lot and hyper focuses on how they feel the potential of the relationship will be, instead of being more so in the moment and then getting disappointed. Like the disappointments hit you so hard because it's like you're expecting a lot from yourself in terms of like desirability, if that makes sense, is what I'm getting. Like, or maybe that's wrong. For some of you that's wrong, but like if things go wrong or if things just don't go how you wanted them to, or if things fall flat, or if that person, or whatever, it's like you really put it on yourself. You feel like it's your fault. You feel like maybe if I did something differently, if I did that, if I wore my hair differently, if I wore this different thing, or if I had said something else, it's like you're really holding on to what you could have done differently, instead of just accepting that wasn't for you, if that makes sense. And like I said, this is coming from a emotional imbalance. You're putting your energy into the wrong things, or you're putting too much energy into things that don't really need that much energy, is what I'm really picking up on. But that's all I have for you today, Group 3. Release this need to overthink about things that have gone wrong in your life. You don't need to. Everything's going to fall into place. Everything's going to work out. And there is so much more out there for you that you aren't even seeing, because all your energy is stuck worrying about what has gone wrong. So if you enjoyed this reading or it resonated, go ahead and click that thumbs up button and like the video. Make sure to comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Also, I am offering private readings. I do have a $20 reading for 2 questions. If you want to book with me, go ahead and use the link in the description box. I also offer past life readings, in-depth readings. You'll see it on my page. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.